Hi everybody, Robert Lewis here, giving you a little update on this barn. It's a little bit of a different video today, but I just want to show you what I'm up to. We're painting the entire outside of this barn to match my house. And we're also working on the inside. We're repainting and reorganizing. So this was a total surprise to me. My wife and kids both spent all last week painting the inside of this whole room here. And it was a big surprise to me. And they even videotaped the unveiling. I wasn't allowed in here for like 3 days while they did this work. So let's look at that unveiling now. Wow. You guys painted everything.
Do you like it?
Love it. Not sure if anybody remembers, but I had a big stack of kitchen cabinets right here. They were just some old ones from in our house that we brought out here. We didn't need any more, and so I stacked them up and I was storing my tools in there. The prior owner had nails all over these walls here and had all of his tools hung up and outlined them in a Sharpie just like this. I don't have all those same tools though, and so I did put my hammer on the hammer slot, but everything else I just kind of threw it up there and it looked pretty bad. So the process they went through to do this room was first go around and pull out all the nails that were used to hang these tools. Then they used a shop vac and vacuumed all the spider webs and the wood chips and everything that was all over the walls. That wasn't enough though. There's still dust on this wall, and you have to come by and use a bucket of soap and water and wipe everything down and get this clean so that paint will stick to it. The next step is to fill all these holes with spackling. Use a putty knife and push it into the cracks here between the boards. This is all plywood, by the way. This is 1/2-inch plywood on the walls here, which is great for a shop. The next step after that is to paint. Now it's time to work on the cabinets. The cabinets I bought did not have base units underneath, so I'm having to build my own. I'm using 3/4-inch MDF that I had left over from another project. I ripped it all down to a 4-inch width, and now I'm going to use a Craig jig and drill all those holes. This will allow the assembly to be done on the inside, and you hide the screws so that you don't have screws visible from the outside where you're standing in the room looking down. They will all be connected on the inside. Now let's talk about the cabinets that I got. Our local Habitat for Humanity has something called a Restore. It's a big store at the mall where they have all sorts of used furniture and doors and windows, all sorts of home goods. And kitchen cabinets are one thing in there. We went looking for a couple of cabinets. I wanted to get 2 or 3 cabinets to hang on the wall to organize things better. And as we were walking around in the store looking at things, we noticed a really big display section right in the center of the aisleway where they had a 14-piece kitchen, and I think the price was $450 or $500 or something like that. There was an enormous sale that day though, and I ended up getting the entire set for $240. So I was thrilled, and the quality is great. They're really good heavy cabinets. They've got great hinges and hardware. The drawers are soft closed drawers. These are even nicer than we have in our own kitchen. This just means I have another project to do now. Seeing how nice these are, I need to go install soft closed drawers in my own kitchen. These upper cabinets were a little tricky to install because they're heavy, and I also really don't know what I'm doing. I should clarify that right away. I am using 2.5-inch screws and locating studs and just drilling a whole bunch of screws into a stud to hold this baby in place. Haven't had any problems with it since, but that is what I did. That little appliance garage thing down by my knee or my feet as I'm standing up on the lower cabinets is a really cool little thing. It has a hinge system that lifts the door upward. I don't even know what I'm going to put in there, but it's pretty cool. I finally wised up here and got some clamps to help hold this thing in place. that really made this a lot easier to install, and it helped keep the third cabinet in line with the others. Once those are installed, it was time to put doors on, put the drawers in, and it's starting to shape up and look really nice. A short time after this, I came through and cut up a couple of sheets of 3/4 inch plywood and made good heavy shelves for all of these cabinet units. Organizing this room in a thoughtful way is the next step. It's nice because I've got several boxes full of things in the back room that really do better off in a drawer or a shelf. I planned things out so that all of my tools of one type, all woodworking tools, are in one area, mechanical, vehicle mechanic tools are in another area, and so on. I considered plywood countertops until I realized this laminate is about the same price when you do a double thick layer, and it looks so much better, it'll stay cleaner, really makes the space look a lot brighter. I did give the kids a speech about using a scrap piece of wood underneath when you're drilling, because I don't want little drill bit pokes down into our new countertops. Check it out. Tons more cabinet space, countertops everywhere. I've got so much more space to work in here. The storage is amazing. I love how it makes the place feel too. It's not all cluttered up everywhere with boxes piled and just junk everywhere out to see. So I'm feeling really good about this. I think it looks wonderful. Thank you to my wife and kids for helping out and the painting and all that. Well, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes, so thank you for that too. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.